Just towards the conversion at the end of that one, any satisfaction from your coach?
Oh yeah, it was a great game of cricket. I mean, it's incredible experience for our team to play against India. We saw it firsthand with in the first game. We played there was some tough cricket, but then to watch Virat and then MS do what he did at the end is just a brilliant tutorial for our young batters, but also puts our bowlers under great pressure, and you like to see them under pressure and see how they react. And it was great. It was a great game of cricket, beaten by a very good Indian side.
But do you just put it down to a very inexperienced attack against really experienced guys, especially towards the end, last 5 overs or so?
Yeah, of course. We're playing against 3 all-time great one-day international players. We saw it in the first one. We've seen, and they've come to the class. Always comes to the top, and we've seen that with India. So we must respect that. The way that Virat and MS batted today is, you hate losing, but when you see that, it's just it's an amazing why they're such great players. So. We'll gain great experience for it though, and in big tournaments like the World Cup, which will come up, I like to see our guys under pressure like they were tonight, so it will be much better for the experience. And it's still 1-1 in the series, so it means it's alive and well. It means the MCG game is going to be huge. We can't wait for that. More pressure, and all the pressure is really positive for us where we're at the moment.
Were you happy with the way your batsmen finished the innings? Do you think they left
Yeah, look, I guess we could have. I mean, I thought Shaun Marsh's innings was absolutely brilliant. I thought that we had some good 50-run partnerships, but the fact that Shaun, we talk about getting big hundreds, he did that. We probably lost those 2 wickets just at the end with Shaun and Maxi getting out just at the end. It might have cost us another 15 or so runs, which obviously in the context of this game would have been handy. But for us to be getting up to, we got to 289, 288 last game, and then 298 this game as well. So we're getting better, and there's areas that we knew we had to get better at. We're playing the spinners a lot better. We're playing through the middle overs better. We're getting guys through to the end. And if there was one thing that we might have just finished off, but I thought Shaun and Maxi played brilliantly, and I enjoyed the fact that we got good partners, and we got close to 300. So overall, we were happy with the batting performance. 2 in a row, actually.
Justin, just to be short specifically, you backed me heavily, of course, when you picked him for the one-day squad in England, returned, got a long, sustained run on the one-day side now. He's an amazing run of form, 4 tons in 8 one-days. How proud are you for he's backing him in? It didn't quite work out at the Test Summit, but now seeing how he's become a true leader of the side.
Yeah, he's turning into a great one-day international player. I mean, 400s in 8 games. You'd like to see him get hundreds and win. It would have been a perfect day for him. I'm also really proud of the way he was not selected for the next Test series against Sri Lanka. A lot of guys can, that pressure can shrivel up, but he hasn't. He's stood tall. He's working really hard. He's had a couple of good innings now, and I'm really proud of Shaun.
It looks quite incongruous that he's only played 63 one-day internationals across, I think it's 11 years now. With the benefit of hindsight, could he be played 100 or 200 more one-day internationals?
Hindsight's a brilliant thing, isn't it? Hopefully he's still got a few more for us. He'll be a big part of our World Cup campaign. He's a leader of our group. He's such a terrific person around he's an ultra professional now. I mean, he really is an ultra professional. He's very much loved in the team. So every time he walks to the wicket, whether it's in a red ball or white ball, we just all want him to do well because he's such a good person. So it's great to see him doing well. Hopefully he can continue that form. We have to recover well now in the next few days because it's been very hot today. But again, what I loved about him was his elite fitness, and to the fact that he could get 130 and 40 odd degrees at 35 years old or whatever it is, that's a great tribute to him as well.
Hello, Steve.
You always said about that modern day limited overs cricket is for youngsters, young guns. But today, Shaun, the way he showed, and MS Dhoni showed in the last match, what do you like to say about these 2 guys today?
About, sorry?
Dhoni and Shaun Marsh.
Oh yeah, well it's like T20 cricket. I've actually always said in my coaching era of 2020, it's actually an experienced man's game. It's not a young man's game because you're under so much pressure, and that's where the wise or the experienced heads usually prevail. So we've seen that today. We see that a lot actually, I think, in white ball cricket. If you look around, India and England at the moment have got some really senior players who have a real impact on their team. And Shaun, it's great to see him step up. It's going to be great to see Finchy start making some runs. They're not far around far off. He's working so hard. It's all, that little rate. You just need that little bit of luck. We all know you need a little bit of luck, but he's not far off. But it's usually the senior heads who make such an impact on great teams. So we've seen that today. One was on the winning team, one just missed out. But senior heads under pressure usually prevail.
Steve Maxwell's innings put a full stop to debate over where he should bat, do you think?
Yeah, there's a lot of debate about Maxie, but I think that's the perfect position for him. I honestly do. The other night he came in late, but that's actually a good sign. I remember the days when Michael Clarke used to bat 7 and Michael Hussey used to bat 7. I used to muck around with Huss saying, mate, you've got the best job in the world. You never bat. You get paid. You get paid a fortune and you never bat because the team was going so well. But when Maxie can come in and put the finishing touches on like he does, for me it's the perfect position. And we've tried a lot of things over the last 2 years and we haven't got the combination right. We haven't had the success that we'd like to, and we're trying different things. And for me, Maxie, he's the best, probably the best fielder in the world. We love it. It's like contagious, his energy. He's been captain of the Stars for a few, and he's got good leadership qualities as well. So if he can come in and put the finishing touches on like he does, then it's always nervous time for an opposition when you still know you've got a Glenn Maxwell or a Mike Hussey or a Adam Gilchrist who have coming in at 7. So I think it's a really good spot for him. He brings a lot. He bowled well tonight. He fields well. There'll be times in Sydney we almost we were going to bring him in at the 35 over mark, and I think we lost a wicket on the 31st or 28th or 29th over. So we decided to stick with it, and it worked out okay. It was a winning score on a tough wicket. All I know is Maxie, he will be a very important part of our team if we're to win the World Cup. We just talked about senior heads. We've got Shaun Marsh, Glenn Maxwell. Those guys are really important. They've been seeing a lot of cricket, a lot of white ball cricket, and wherever he bats, it's what will be best for the team. And I honestly think, despite the debate, that's his best spot for us at the moment, and we'll flick him in every now and then. We need a little cameo.
Justin, you touched on Fiji a bit earlier, but just it's been a huge few months for everyone's success in that new ODI captaincy. What do you put his struggles down to across all formats? Has it been too much for him? Why is he struggling like he is?
Yeah, there's not a lot of players who play all 3 forms of the game now, and I've said this a number of times in the over the last few months. This is all new brand new territory for him. He's playing all 3 forms of the game. He's also the captain of the white ball. He's playing Test cricket. But he won't be far off. I mean, we know he's got when he gets going, he scores hundreds, and that's what we talk about in our top order batsman in one-day cricket or T20 cricket. He scores hundreds, and he's not far off, I'm sure. He's working so hard on it, so he just needs a few breaks. We all know you need, like I say, every now and then you get a little break, and he'll be away again. So, it'll be good for him. It'll be good for the team when he does.
You watched Sachin from very close in terms of run chases, and you must watch him bowling. How do you compare?
Sachin and Virat. I'd like to have them both in my team. That's what I'd say. I mean, Sachin was he was an incredible cricketer. I used to stand there and watch him. It was like he was meditating the whole time. He was so calm. And that's why. And his record. Well, it's peerless, isn't it? And Virat's doing the same thing. He's so calm, he's so competitive, and he's just, technically, his balance is unbelievable. For him to be able to play 360 around the wicket in Test cricket and any white ball cricket, his balance is unbelievable. He's a great competitor. His concentration is extraordinary. Anyone who makes so many runs has incredible powers of concentration, like all the great players do. So Sachin and Virat, and then you see MS Dhoni. I mean, he's played 340 games now. He averages 50. Whew. Do you reckon he can't concentrate? He's like I say, all-time great player. and our guys are in the best seats in the house at the moment, playing some of the all-time great players, and they'll be better for the experience.
Thanks very much, everyone.